And here's my audience, Johnny and Noor. And so today I will be talking to you about public structures, and this is an article that was obtained from Mass Media Complete. It's an online database, and it is a peer-reviewed article. So this was published in the Annals of Spirit University Journalism Studies. So basically this is an article talking about a communication structure. So the main thesis of this article is that a public communication act is effective if the target public is contained in the actual public and the excluded public is disjoined relatively to it. I know that was a complicated statement with lots of words that we may not know about. So we're going to go ahead and define some words so that we can clearly understand what the thesis is. So, first of all, with any act of communication, the sender or the source is someone who's sending the message. So in this case, I'm the sender, and what am I doing? I'm sending a message. So this speech or this information about communication models, this is a message. And I'm using a channel towards a receiver, so you guys would be my receivers. And the channel of recording and of just the air here, I guess, around us is the channel. And the message is coded by me and by this transmission into a sequence of signals that are decoded by the receiver. So you're the receivers and you will decode what I'm trying to say. And so what is noise? They define noise. Basically, if something were to happen here, somebody knocks on the door or something. So that would be some noise that comes in the middle of our transmission. And the destination is, of course, you and your mind and your brain. So, so once again, I'll reiterate what the thesis of this paper is, that they're saying that the Public Communication Act is effective if the target public is contained in the actual public, and the excluded public is disjoined relatively to it. So in order to make sense of this thesis, we'll actually look at some diagrams that use mathematical set theory. And I know you may have probably seen this already, but this will help you look at this a little bit better. So first of all, the author goes into talk about the very famous model of communication called the Shannon-Weaver's model of communication. Like I just said, so it goes from the source to the transmitter, and if not interrupted by any noise, it goes to the receiver and then to the destination. So this author is trying to say that this is actually, the method of communication is actually not just that simple. There's more to it. And what they do is they use diagrams and Venn diagrams, which is actually part of mathematical set theory, to show you exactly what it is that they mean by a target population, the actual population, and the message itself. So, okay, here, this is a diagram. It's just a Venn diagram, and you can see that the target, which is the T, is disjoint from X, which is the excluded public. And I is standing for indifferent public. So let's say if there was, like a mouse here, that public is indifferent. So that part of the population is indifferent to what I'm trying to say. So this speech would be effective if my target population is separated from the excluded population. And that is the main thesis of this work. And the very last diagram that they have here is what explains this the best. And so here's a diagram that they have here again, in which they say that an active publication, the sender achieves the goal if and only if the target audience is part of the actual audience and its members are able to decode the message. So you see here in the T, that very central section that's shaded. So my goal, my communication goal, is met if I achieve that shaded section. So that means that my target population is part of the actual population, meaning that you are able to receive the message and are able to decode it also. So you wouldn't be in this target population if you were receiving the message but were not able to decode it because your user was out or something. So in the end, so that is what qualifies a communication model to be effective. And I think that this article does a pretty good job of showing exactly how this works. The best thing they do is they use Venn diagrams, models like that. The one thing that they could have done better is perhaps give more examples of how this actually plays out in real public life. That's it. Thank you.